And we're live.
We are.
We're here. We're starting. Something new is a whole new adventure. Welcome, everyone, to Full Circle, the official NCS podcast. Myself, joined by Dan here today. Good to have you on.
We?
I don't want to, interview you. This is the thing, because we're actually mates. And I feel like...
Are we?
Somewhat. I feel like when you get, when you get a mic in front of you, or every time I'm interviewing an artist and it's, camera there, I try and go, presenter-y. And I want to realise that I can just have a conversation with someone if there's a mic and headphones. And
I think that's it. I feel like last time we tried this, because we have tried this as a test run, it's quite comfortable. But now that it's on, I'm feeling it.
You can feel it. Let me run through what the actual idea is before we get into any conversations. Talk a bit about 10 years, the new tracks we've had out recently, load of stuff. I want to discuss ADE as well, because we've missed that. Is it still happening now?
No, it's finished.
Done by now.
Yeah.
Okay, but last week we did just miss that. But before we get into that whole discussion, let's talk a little bit about what we're trying to do here, why we decided to do a podcast. I think first of all, the main thing is to give me purpose, and that definitely really helps with it. I can say that I'm pulling my weight if there's something else I'm doing, and this is that something else. But yeah, we wanted to make a place that we can not only discuss with our artists and between ourselves about music, the industry, loads more stuff, gaming, all that, but also a place for creators, anyone that uses our tracks. I'm sure, as you guys know, that the NCS catalogue is all over the internet, spread everywhere, from makeup vloggers to gamers to whatever.
Yep.
And I think we really want to try to get those people on board and speak to them and discuss their interest, I guess.
It's this place, we just want this place to be part of all of our discussions with fans and creators. It's like a sort of, a place that we can have conversations with. Look, I said my phone was on silent, but it just buzzed. A place that we can have conversations with fans and creators, and we can engage with them.
I think the fans thing is a key thing. I think that what I've learned in my few months here is that when you actually talk to the fans, you learn not just who the audience is, but what they want and what they want to see from us. And I guess this can be a good place for you guys to ask questions, tell us what kind of guests you want on, discuss, let us know tracks that you want us to discuss, that kind of thing. And it should just be generally an all-round decent chat, which is a good thing. Yeah. It's worth mentioning as well that Charlotte's behind the camera. You guys can't see us.
Hello.
You just hear the mysterious voice in the background. And if you spoke about this before, I don't know if you guys have watched the Joe Rogan podcast, but he has a guy on there. What's his name?
Jamie.
Yeah. And Jamie is an absolute whiz at getting anything that Joe mentions up within a matter of seconds. So
Charlotte's our Jamie.
If I'm being 100% honest, I'm not too sure how many times I'll be used, but I'm here anyway.
I honestly think when there's a guest on that I haven't known for 5 years, someone I haven't spoke to for that long, or just someone that if my brain's going to lose information and we need a quick bit of knowledge, or a fact, when did that track come out? That kind of stuff. That's going to be a go-to. Other than that, you can just...
Well, you can be a fact checker. If we're talking, if we're just not telling the truth, then pull us up.
You can't check my spelling on this, which is good. I don't know if you guys noticed, but there's a few spelling mistakes that go out.
Halvorson.
Yeah, the Halvorson ones. The thing is, that's great, though. That's become a thing now. It's fine. It was all part of my plan.
I like that sort of marketing, though, where you just, embrace the mistakes,
yeah.
Yeah.
That's the way to do it in life, I think. If you can't be embarrassed if you're not embarrassed yourself. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The ones where I remember when I was younger, I used to work in Birmingham, and I was walking up Digbeth High Street, which is where you used to go to uni around there, and I used to work there.
I did.
And I was walking up Digbeth High Street. I fell over in front of all the traffic that was coming down. I did that trip, the trip that you do, and you just knock your foot. And rather than walking and just going in the stride after, I was I really want them to feel bad. This is a true story. So I limped all the way up from about, the Irish pub, all the way up to the top of the high street for about 5 minutes, just because I was they'll feel bad for me then.
But wouldn't they have been laughing at you? But I thought it would be cooler if you stood up and just kept on walking. I
guess my thinking was that if they're going to be laughing at me from tripping over, but maybe if they think that I'm really injured, they'll be like, oh, I'll stop laughing. Charlotte's having a mare behind the mic.
I'm trying to sit back up and I'm really struggling.
You don't want to hit the mic.
It's an interesting setup in here. I think we're trying to get used to
it. We'll show you guys some behind the scenes, and it's an amalgamation of wires, lights.
Yeah.
Like the camera that's there, I was just trying to go out to the toilet, and it's like a game of Twister to not hit anything.
Yeah.
So let's get into an actual discussion.
See.
I think I want to sort of kick it off. I know you've spoken about this before, so we can briefly brush past it. 10 years of NCS, right? How are you feeling about that, and how did your journey actually come to be at NCS?
Yeah, I think 10 years of NCS is obviously huge. Really sort of, I think the whole team was excited to celebrate that in some sort of way, and obviously we've done that with releasing a ton of music, and taking over our socials and doing a lot more with artists, which has been really exciting. Like these last few months, working with some of like the classic artists, like we had Siren Soul on last Friday, come out, and him being one of the first uploads was awesome. I think it's NCS 10 has been really, really great, and I think in terms of my entry was obviously, I mentioned it before, but I met Billy, who founded NCS about 5 years ago, and then it was a random Nando's. It's a long story, and then had a random Nando's, and he was like, "Oh, I'm so overwhelmed," and blah 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 blah. And I was like, "I will help you. I don't know what I can do, but I will help you, and I'll do whatever I can." And then I had to convince my parents that I was like, this guy in London, well, no, it was Manchester at the time. It's like, this guy, he owns a YouTube channel. He wants me to work for him. And they were like, what? Like, what are you talking about? That's not, you're not going to go work there. And I think they thought it was a scam.
Oh, really?
I think they genuinely thought it was a scam. And they ended up letting me in the end. And here we are. We then moved to London and everything.
That's crazy, that is. That one Nando's, do you remember what you had as your order?
I don't know. It was probably something mild, though. I don't like spicy.
Dude, the thing is, I'm into spice, but at Nando's, at the most, I go as medium.
Yeah.
At most.
I think that was my first and last Nando's.
It's so significant. Yeah. It's had such an impact that you can't.
I'll never do another Nando's.
No, never again.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah, it's really interesting to think that, not even just in your site, but for me, like I said, I've only been here like 5-6 months, I think.
6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think just in 6 months now. And to hit, I just said I'm trying to not say in my speech, I naturally throw that in, so you guys can do a counter of how many times I say it, and let's see if we can get it down throughout the episodes. So yeah, 6 years. I almost did it again, so I had to stumble. 6 months here. I can just notice that from the community itself and the amount of tracks that have come out over especially its NCS 10 periods with like all the mega collabs. Apologies, is the actual enthusiasm that people have for it. And I think NCS for me has been not necessarily a major part of my life, but it's been there. So since, I don't know, 2013, 2014, watching like gaming videos and knowing like just the circle, like being aware of it. Yeah. And now to actually be a part of the team and seeing it function is super cool.
Your join was a bit interesting as well. I thought it was quite a funny one, really.
Yeah, so I think you approached me like, I guess at the point now is what, about 2 years ago now?
It was a February, I think.
Yeah, so February, not last year, the year before.
Yeah.
And you were like, look, I've got this role. Do you want to try and give it a shot, see what you can do? And at that point, the old job that I was at, absolutely loved it. And I was quite new to my London experience as well. I think I was like, look, give me 6 months to a year. Let me make sure that I'm doing the right thing. I'm completely settled, all that jazz. And I think pretty much bang on a year later, you messaged me again and was like,
yeah, you were like, give me a year, and I think it was pretty much a year.
Yeah, it was definitely within like a month at most.
Yeah.
And then you were like, do you want it again? And I was like, oh, I'm not sure. And then eventually I said yes. And it's definitely the right decision. I mean, I'm liking it. I love being able to do stuff like this, which is cool. So it's a good place to be.
Did you see the dog that tried to bite me on the way in?
Do you know what?
Did you see that?
No.
I was going to point that out, but I didn't want to say anything.
So when we were walking here, it was obviously like kind of a baby Alsatian or something. It was decent sized, but like it just sort of totally lunged for me. And
is it a puppy or not?
It was. It was big enough to be
adolescent dog,
right?
But I was terrified. No,
I thought you wanted one of those. I thought that was your dream dog.
No, it is. Well, I think my dream dog is probably a Alaskan Malamute.
What's that?
Like
just a ginormous.
the size of this sofa.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I can't do anything over like it's on its four legs about that big. I don't think.
Don't you guys like small dogs?
I
I think ideally, if I were to have a dog now, it would be a small dog. However, I do like big dogs. I just think
I
it'd be
just feel
so
like
much easier with a small dog. Do you know how much exercise that type of dog
it would encourage
need?
me to exercise.
No, it wouldn't.
You know. Well,
you take it to the gym.
I have this thing with small dogs. I always feel like I'll be in like my apartment, turn around, and it's behind me, and accidentally stand on it.
Oh, okay.
That is the worst feeling in the world. Like stepping on your dog's paw. Oh
Yeah.
God, it stresses me out so much. And she just screams, and she's obviously sworn at me in dog, and I'm just like, she's so annoyed. She just walks off.
Yeah.
But I have this thing. I've said this to you before. Like, I love the fact. This is gonna sound stupid. I love the fact that my dog doesn't quite understand me. So I'll like just. This makes me seem like a horrible person, but I love my dog. I'll like have a go at her, but put on like the voice of being nice. I'll be like, "Oh, you're an idiot," whatever.
Yeah, I really
and she's,
hate you.
And she's just like going absolutely wild.
Yeah.
But she thinks that I'm being lovely, which is a nice thing. The best thing about dogs is if you're annoyed and you need like someone to vent to, they have no choice, which is quite cruel in some way.
Oh yeah.
Like, imagine you've been speaking to your dog for like an hour straight, and they don't have a choice in the matter. They have to sit there and listen.
Well, yeah. I mean, where else are they gonna go?
Yeah, because you're going back out of London, right?
I am
soon.
Yeah, just gonna hang about with my parents.
You got dog there. Then that's good. Are you feeling apprehensive about getting out of the city? Because I mean I've been here fourth year, and I'd be a bit.
I think it's like because I'm gonna be here pretty much every week or every other week.
That's true.
I feel like it's not gonna actually feel that different because we see each other like twice a week at the moment, twice a week at the moment, even though we live in London. But I think since the pandemic, it's totally changed. Like it almost feels like you could live pretty much anywhere and travel different places.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I think
I'm looking forward to it.
The world in general since that has definitely shifted.
Mm.
Like I was at my old job before when pandemic hit, and then obviously joined this job whilst we're still in it, but coming towards the end. We were probably like 2 months or something, right? But
yeah,
but that then was just it's definitely changed the way that you function. Like I love now. I always say this to you: if I can't get in my zone and get stuff done, I'll just be like, right, I'm going to go to a cafe for an hour. I'm going to use that time at that place to get that work done, which is I don't know, it's a good thing to have.
I wonder what that's like for producers. Like, can a producer go and work in a cafe with headphones on and like actually make music?
Well, the boys do it. So people that I live with, you guys might know Ellis. I live with him and two of the lads who are producers as well, and they can do it, but I don't think I could. Like I think you have to really zone in, and it's obviously that's why I'm not a producer because I can't sit in a cafe and do it.
But you do a dabble in music a little bit.
I like hip hop music and I like to rap, but I can't rap. And yeah, like I do a bit of writing, but I don't necessarily think that I am a writer or a singer. That's the thing. I'm just like, I'll help out where I can, some kind of assistance. I spoke about it earlier, and I want to touch on this now. ADE. I haven't been ever.
Have you never?
Never been.
I thought you'd been once.
No, I haven't been at all.
I think I've been four or five times, maybe 4 or 5 times, something like that. It's not my favourite event actually. My favourite event is Dance Fair, which I haven't been to in ages. Dance Fair is so good, like meeting artists directly. Like ADE to me is more like industry. Obviously artists are there, but I don't know why Dance Fair seems a lot more intimate.
Okay,
like,
yeah.
I mean, the last time we were there, it was awesome. There was this, like, we had this NCS stand, and people could come chat to us and show us their demos and stuff. We had something similar at ADE, but I didn't think anyone was going to ADE. So
and then you've seen all the stories flooding in.
Yeah, I cancelled their hotels. I cancelled their hotels. I'm like, yeah, we're not going. It's not happening. And then, yeah, all of the stories were going out. And then, like, Sam Malarkey, you might know him, he called me when he was there, and he was just telling me about all of the like events that he'd been at, and I was like, oh. Because we had a bit of a wild week last week, to be fair.
Yeah. That was sick, actually. And that was my first, like, since being in the job thing that I've been to, which is really cool. We went to It was on the Friday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, on Friday we went to see Coven after the release of Looking for More, which I'm sure you guys have heard. If you haven't, go and stream it. Promo,
Yeah.
yes. Come on, more money. That's all we're chasing.
Yeah.
Joking. But yeah, we went to go and see their gig in Shoreditch, which is like East London area, and it was super cool. It was really good.
Yeah.
I've never experienced a gig like that before.
It was ram-packed.
So packed.
Absolutely rammed.
Yeah, and I mean, Kate is just an insane performer. I was just saying to, I think it was you and Els, like when I was there, I was like, I can't quite get my head around how she does it. She's like, she's got 4 decks. She's DJing, then going and singing, and also keeping up a performance at the same time. It's crazy. I don't know how you do that.
Yeah, it was. I actually thought it was a great night, and what was amazing was when Looking for More came on and she was singing that. Did you see how many people were singing along?
Yeah, there was actually
that was insane.
Yeah. It wasn't, I mean, you were like just squished in that crowd. It's just a lot of tall people.
There was a bit of a mosh pit in there.
There was a lot of mosh pit.
I didn't think there'd be a mosh pit at a Coven gig, but clearly Coven are, moshers.
Yeah, it's not like a mosh pit I've seen before though. Like it's more like pushing.
Yeah. It was just lots of sweaty people just pushing against it. It was a bit.
That's the vibe though, man. That's the vibe. Yeah, it was crazy when she played Looking for More.
Oh, it was great.
And I like just naturally you just feel an association. You're like, this is my baby. This is the NCS track playing.
Yeah.
But then, like you said, there was a good amount of people just singing along, and also like compared to the majority of the tracks that night, because it doesn't fit necessarily in the style of tracks that they run. It was a lot of drum and bass.
That was mainly drum and bass.
It still really went off. It was sick.
Really popped off. Yeah.
Well, it'll be out by the time that we're doing this. I'm pretty sure. So
the track.
It's out.
No, not the track. The
you
video.
did fact check.
That's one. No, yeah. I know the track will be out. I'm talking arcade video. So it'll be out by now because we're doing this a week in advance. Yeah,
we are.
More. When is this coming out?
On Wednesday next week.
Oh, okay.
Potentially, you'll either it is or isn't, but you'll see in that like some of the footage, which is super cool. It was really cool to see an NCS track played live, probably for the first time for me. Maybe I've seen Ellis play like Clear My Head, but other than that, I don't think that would.
Really?
Yeah, I saw the it was like a YouTube space thing.
Oh, and yeah. Did you?
That was cool.
You came to that?
Yeah.
Wow.
What? You just don't remember me?
I think I obviously knew you then, but I don't think we were like close.
Yeah, because we've been mates for like 5 years, and it's weird to have this because I know. So for people that don't know, you used to work with Ellis doing like management bits and bobs, and that's how our connection came about. And it's crazy to me to think that in 2 years there's just been this disparity, and now we're back again.
Well, what was also quite weird is like you were sort of from the like Birmingham area. I was not far from there. Was going into Birmingham all the time.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever saw you in Birmingham, did I?
No, and we spoke about.
And then we ended up in London. It's just.
I did see you once pick up Els from school. I think. I think that's good. I think that's what the one time.
Come on, Ellis.
Yeah. I think that's it because me and Ellis went to the same school basically.
Yeah.
And then also we spoke about Digbeth earlier, which for any of you guys that don't know is just an area of Birmingham, which is from roughly where we're from.
You'd call it the ends.
Yeah, the ends, man. My ends.
Yeah.
I'll run those streets, man.
Yeah.
You went to uni there whilst I was working there, and we were literally in
I was
the
in
same
the custard
building.
factory.
Yeah, same.
Were you in the?
Were you in one of the towers, like the tall towers?
Yeah, I think when you go in, you go left.
Yeah, okay. That's where I had my like apprenticeship bits in there. That's crazy. Small world.
Yeah, mate.
It's the people that you know. It really is.
Yeah.
All right, let's get onto a few more topics. 10 years, we spoke a bit about that, and the tracks that came out. I want to sort of dive into those a little bit if we can. I want to try and not make this interview by asking you questions like that, so I'm just going to talk about mine first. I am obsessed with the Jonathan track.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is a banger.
It's
so good. Do you know what I love about that track? I need to just make sure I'm getting up to the mic. It's like so constant. Like there's not really a drop in it. It's rise, I guess.
Yeah, and I think I have a feeling it's got 2 drops in it, or maybe it even just has one.
Do you know what I mean? The energy's so high that where there is a drop, it's just constant. It gives me proper Justice vibes. Who like since listening to that Jonathan track, I've just took another delve into.
You like that one and the Halverson and Nettram
Yeah, Phoenix is sick. Man.
That
Phoenix
was great.
is a banger. The punk rock version as well.
Oh yeah,
That's
that will be out.
That will be out. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Friday, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that will be out.
I'm
That
excited
tune's
for that.
sick, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Imagine, because we're putting that on the channel now. We're not putting that out on the main channel.
No.
No.
That would be the most confusing thing ever if that went out on the main.
I think people wouldn't really get it. Well, actually, the fans might understand. I guess they can tell us if they want punk rock on the channel, but I'm doubting it.
We're putting something on NCS Arcade.
Yeah.
Are we?
Yeah.
The little
what are we doing?
the what you call it, like the promo thing, infomercials.
It was like an infomercial type.
Is it like a music video? Or?
No, we
No.
didn't end up wanting to do that.
Right.
It's like like the cheesy car ads that you got back in the day before we were all born. They were like the sticker would pop up 10% off.
Yeah,
now. It's like that.
yeah.
It's a sick video, to be fair.
Sick.
It is really good. Yeah, that tune I love.
All the content that comes from those guys, just smash it.
Yeah, they are elite. I think like it's a thing to be able to try and just make a song, but to have the content skills as well is like so good. So it's blessings to be able to
think of some
do
other
that.
songs that you liked.
I love all the cartoon stuff.
Yeah, cartoon. Which one?
I like the Time to Talk one. Omen. Yeah,
Omen.
I love Omen, and I was obsessed with biology when that first came out.
I love biology. In the music video, I just think it's jokes. It's really funny.
Yeah, that they smashed that, man.
Yeah.
I mean, you were saying, I remember when you went to Estonia, like walking around with them boys, and it's just
they are like
major celebs.
they feel like celebrities out there. Yeah.
That's
But they're
so
also
crazy.
absolute legends. They're just
they're
they're so good to hang out with.
We had
Yeah.
the On and On remix competition that's just
Mm.
finished. That I think we're looking through the results now. So if you guys have entered that, good luck. Keep my fingers crossed for you.
For all of them. I don't think we can
For
pick all
3
of them,
people.
but-
I mean, I don't really think that I'm going to be very much as the community manager part of that decision. But to me, all the remixes were brilliant. But yeah, we did that the reaction video with the cartoon boys, which honestly we tried to record it and I completely messed up the first time round. Do you remember we were in the
Did you try it
office?
on Zoom or what?
I went into that little room, the one like opposite corner to us.
Yeah.
And I went in there and I was like, I've got all this set up. Started going and Aga came on, who's like, you need to, like, if we want to get it right, we need to do this. I was like, oh, you're right. And I just started stressing out and it took me like 20 minutes.
And then you
like,
cancelled.
I was like, look, boys, apologies.
Boys.
I don't know what I'm doing. We'll move it. And then we managed to smash it all out on a Friday. So shout out to them for being available.
It's a
and
good video,
helping.
that. I liked it.
Yeah, it's really cool. I love that the DJ Bongo Bongo one, the hard star one.
Oh, yeah. I think that's probably the
that
winner,
was
you know.
up there. I
Yeah.
mean, that might be submitted ironically or unironically, but
No, I think that was deadly serious.
it's a
deadly
banger, man. Oh gosh, man. Yeah, it's crazy to think that.
Are we still recording audio?
Yeah, I believe so.
Are you
Do you want
sure?
me to check?
You've
We
are
recording,
still
but-
recording. Audio.
Yeah, it's just the screen saving itself time. I did knock the mic then, so apologies for this any noise. Thing is, worst comes to worst, we can just cut around bits. Do you know what I mean? Probably don't want
Yeah,
to.
but they don't want that.
That's true. They don't want to miss all
No.
that content of me touching the laptop and checking that it's all
Valuable content.
right. That's going to be clipped. It's going to be clipped up. Clip that.
Oh man.
Oh, do you know what I need to do? I'll film this after, but I don't know if you guys have ever checked out the NCS TikTok. I mean, it was we were running it up. We were trying different things, but I'm basically trying to shift around the exact type of content that we're putting out there.
Mhm.
And I really want to do those, like I don't know. It's usually like a day in the life at Oxford University.
You're
whatever
recording
it is.
that today, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm filming it today, so I need to remember after this to film some bits and be like, at 4:00 we set up our podcast. But I don't think my accent would land as well.
Yeah.
That's honestly a concerning stress in my life,
Your
especially for
accent?
something like this.
Really?
I think when
It's not that bad. I don't think you've got a strong accent. I think you've got more slang that you add in.
but I think that's just that you don't speak with slang. Like I'll say sick, and you'll be like,
Well, I'd say it quite ironically. I'd go sick.
yeah,
You know, sick.
that's terrible.
Yeah.
That's so bad. Yeah, it's just more of a thing. Is I know that I mumble really bad, so it actually maybe it helps when there's a mic in front of me because I'm aware that the audience that's listening and watching aren't necessarily going to be people that are from where I'm from. So it makes me slow down my sentences, think about what I'm going to say before I say it, and not just ramble on and whack a random pun in somewhere,
Oh yeah.
which is the usual way that I tend to speak. Oh gosh.
I wanted to play some demos, but I can't even remember where I put them.
Oh,
So
no.
I'm gonna find them.
Okay, you can
But
keep browsing. You can
I'm
keep
gonna
browsing.
keep browsing.
I was going to just speak a little bit about my role here
Mm-hmm.
because I touched on it earlier on, and I think it's cool. We spoke about like GM, overseeing all, making sure that we're doing the right job.
Overseeing.
Yeah, that's a good title. Maybe you should just be Dan Jelly Overseer.
Dan the overseer. Yeah, overseer.
You can't
I
change
like that.
the DNLJL. That needs to stay.
Yeah.
Yeah, my role here, for anyone that doesn't know, is community manager, which is like socials, these kind of bits, which is super cool. Hopefully gonna start running up some more events and things for you guys, which should be cool. I really we spoke about it earlier, want to make sure that we've got some consistent things going out on Discord.
Mm-hmm.
With that, I think like
The Discord was popping off.
yeah, it was. I think that the issue is what I said to you earlier, that I've become reliant on let's do a Discord thing for this release, where realistically it should be
Just a party.
we're doing Discord things, and then if there's a release going on, it's going on.
Mm-hmm.
And then around that, like I want to, like I said, get some cool partnerships going, whether it's like merch, new lines, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can I swear on this, do you reckon?
I reckon you can.
Because I almost just said that kind of shit, and now
I think Charles going to tell us
I
whether we
think
can or not.
if it feels like necessary,
Fuck.
then yes.
That felt really necessary.
But I wouldn't just throw it in there all the time.
Yeah, that's true. We need to be as brand safe as possible.
Brand safe. We're not going to get sponsors for
once
this.
you get
Come on, let's be honest. We're not going to get sponsors
I'm
for
looking
this.
for that Dollar Shave Club. You know that one? What is it? It's Dollar Shave Club, which I mean I can't. Manscaped.
Manscaped.
Yeah, Manscaped, man. I'd love that. That would be great. As a man who has a proficient beard,
Yeah.
I just can't grow.
You never really progress.
Oh, do you know? I
Yeah,
forgot.
don't you have a hole where you just can't grow hair underneath
You've
your
just
chin?
talked him
That's
right
so
in.
big.
He's so
They're gonna be
self-conscious
staring.
about that.
Do you know what? As well, I forgot to like shave this morning. So basically, I mean, I don't know if you'd be able to see it from there, but oh god, this angle is
I
terrible.
can't see it from
Yeah, but
here,
you
so don't worry. Then
definitely
no, I
can't.
can't see it from
I
here.
have I can grow a beard like there and like there, but I can't grow it in like a little gap there.
Mm.
So and there's nothing there. Like it's so bad.
Yeah.
And I've just accepted for my whole life I will be clean shaven, but
Mm.
still looking like a 10. So that's
How old are
fine.
you now?
22, 23 in a week.
Yeah, I reckon it'll come through soon.
Maybe,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm excited for my birthday, man. Halloween, baby.
What are you doing?
Having a party. I'm going dressed as a
Oh yeah.
prisoner, which is cool.
Which Charles also doing.
Yeah, which he stole the idea of me after insulting my idea.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
To be fair, I would usually try and back case, but that is facts. I was like, you can't go as a prisoner. It's so lazy. You're just getting like an orange jumpsuit.
Mm.
And my favourite colour's orange. And I was like in bed last night, like, do you know what? A jumpsuit, orange jumpsuit, prisoner. That's a great idea. Why didn't I think of that one? But you know, it's fine. It's fine. So yeah, looping back to what I was talking about. Discord bits. Really want to try and get those going, and then also live stream things. So you guys have probably seen on our arcade channel the 24/7 live stream that we've got going, but I want to make that a little bit more interactive. So have artist takeovers, doing like a playlist of tracks that they want to listen to. Time sensitive things, so
Mhm.
slower tracks in the morning and more bigger, harder bangers at the night. I think is I don't know with that. I said this to you. We need to choose the time clock that we go off for that.
Yeah,
You have
whether
to find
it's
your
like,
audience.
well, I think we need to figure out that on YouTube as well. Like when people want the YouTube uploads to be. When are
Yeah.
we doing arcade? Is arcade a specific time?
4:30 around then.
Mm.
Which I reckon between 4:30 and 6 is your general upload time in terms of YouTube. But that's if your audience isn't completely that, then
Mm-hmm.
I think, didn't we say our audience was actually online from 2? Like, I swear we said it
Really?
ages ago. It was from 2 till 4
on the main or on arcade.
on arcade.
Oh,
Oh well, that's different to the main.
Mm.
was definitely a different audience then. We need to look into that because we
Mm.
can.
Well, how
change
many
it.
upload you moving? You get more uploads now on arcade, aren't we?
We're on 2 a week now, but a lot of it's dependent. Like
That's crazy because didn't we start on the channel like a year ago?
It was
Not even that, maybe.
It was January with Naviro,
So arcade started in January. Now we're at 2 uploads a week.
and it's probably going to be more.
That's mad.
it's all because that. It's all because you guys here's that come through then. That's because
How did that come through?
it's because I got the message as well.
Ah,
That might play out. If you guys did, apologies. I might have to mute my notifications. But yeah, it's gone up to 2 uploads a week.
mm-hmm.
But it's all because of the amount of content that people are sending through. Like
Mhm.
artists recently, anyway. Like Charlotte, you look after all the content that comes in. The
Mhm.
amount of people that are willing now to
Really
get
keen.
involved. It's
I mean,
super good.
they come to us and want to do multiple things. I mean, we've got some artists coming up that are doing 2 pieces of content each.
I think it's great. I think
Yeah.
a lot of like producers and like upcoming artists seem to like it. I think I suppose it's it's a good question now while we've got like this dialogue with people is like, what do they want to see? Obviously we're doing the podcast, the in the studios, the
behind the
lyrics,
interviews.
Yeah.
Sometimes there's little interviews.
The what's in my studio things.
Yeah.
That's basically the solid ones. Then other.
And then you're going to do these like TikTok like day in the
No.
lives.
I'll save that for TikTok. I think that what I want to do, and it's something that audiences from doing the Discord seem really enthusiastic in, and it's just about setup, and we've touched on it like every few months or so, is like gaming nights. I think they're logistically a bit tougher to do, but once we have set up how that process works, I think that can slot into like the stream and just be like, we can get them every few months.
Really techie. I just don't know how we can do it. I'm sure we can figure it out, but I think we just need loads of physical equipment to do it.
I think.
Could you not just do online games? I know this probably is slightly different to what you're thinking, but could you do computer games with fans? Like you lock into a room, all of the fans.
But I think basically we'd only see our view of the game as opposed to everyone else's view as well.
Do we need to see everyone's view? Is this because you want to put it on arcade, or if it's just a Discord
if it's just for some
thing,
fun?
You could
do we need
just
to record it?
Well, this is what I said. I think that we were like, if we got artists on to play with us, then would we want multiple perspectives? But honestly, I think if we got webcam going,
I think you could try it different ways. I think you could just do things on Discord.
Oh, you're talking not recording or anything?
Yeah, you could just do. I don't know if people would be interested in that, but actually playing games with you fans.
Yeah, that's cool.
Probably wouldn't play games with you.
Why? I don't know. Pro gamer, man. You don't see me on Cooper Trooper Beach, whatever it is on Mario Kart.
I don't even know what that is.
I saw something earlier. It was like, what? Did you play Mario Kart Wii?
I used to play it a little bit. To be honest, I feel like I should be into more into gaming, but I'm just not.
You're not
there was
a gamer,
there was a period where I absolutely loved like Xbox and PlayStation. I used to play it all the time. But I don't think I've been my Xbox maybe in 2 years.
Yeah, but I would say that I've gone past playing games as consistently as I used to.
Yeah.
But dude, when I was like from 13 to 16, I confidently spent more time looking at my like screen playing PlayStation than doing anything else.
Yeah, but how much time do you spend looking at your screen now? Didn't we look at this?
Yeah, mine was like 6 hours, I think.
Yeah.
Pretty sure. What was your screen time when we looked? It was like 7 hours yours, I'm pretty sure.
No. Well,
it was more.
Well, let's just say what it is now
mine.
Because mine is saying 2 hours.
Yeah, but hang about. You haven't used your phone today.
Well, what's yours saying now? Because mine's saying 2 hours and 17 minutes.
God.
I'm not competing.
Mine is
Have a
saying...
Screen time. Come on.
What about the comments? People should put it in the comments how long their screen time is.
Oh, and also off the back of that, yeah, for gaming nights, let us know like setup wise what you'd want to see. Whether you guys want to get involved, we can get it on so you're playing with artists. I can't see my screen time right now. Get it on so you're playing with artists. Whether it's just watching us on a stream setup with some artists, or if you'd like it to literally just be a casual thing where we hang out, which might even work better. And I think that's what I mean. Like,
we just want to have hangouts. We're literally. I think that's what. Going back to what I was saying about dance fair or ADE. I just loved hanging out with artists and just fans and just like, being like part of a sort of community. I think we just want to do that online. We just want to have those moments where we can just hang out.
Yeah, I think that's the main thing for me in terms of like the community bits. That I think we can consistently do that, and once the process for how you actually do it is figured out. Because I remember, like a few months ago, it was on the Discord, and loads of people said that they'd be down to just like every Sunday, just do like a chill out. You know what I mean? You just hang and chat, like that kind of stuff. And when we do the Discord parties, the actual parties themselves are awesome, and like seeing you guys spamming in the chat and reacting to the tracks. And I mean, there's always some techie glitches along the way, but we tend to get through it. But then the 20 minutes after, where we just like, we're going to hop in the general voice chat. Do you want to come and talk?
That's really cool.
It's so cool. And you get like people speaking. It's awesome.
I used to do that with my mates all the time. Like on a, we'd be playing a game, but we'd just be on Skype for like 8 hours. Just talking about nothing.
That was like back with like playing video games. I remember sitting in a Call of Duty lobby and you'd do like play Mike Myers. You ever play that? where like
No,
one
but I know-
of you's
I think I know
mic.
the
Yeah.
film thing.
So one of you's mic, so one of you's like running around with like a knife, and then the other one's like you have to hide until it's 1 versus 1,
Right,
and you
right,
get to
right.
fight. And that game, like me and my mates would play it in a private lobby for a full like day, where we
Yeah.
could have been productive, but it's worth it. Man.
I used to do this at school. One of the guys he had on a USB Halo something.
Reach,
It might have been Halo Reach,
yeah.
but he could do like a LAN setup. So like every lunchtime, we'd go and play Halo for an hour.
What, in school?
In school on the computer.
Oh, that's class.
Yeah, it was really fun.
Do you remember like Mini Clip?
Mini Clip? There was a game with like a yellow car in it, and I can't remember what it is.
I used to love Raft Wars.
I don't know.
Raft Wars was like a boat, and it was like a kid and like a baby, but they're like little cartoon characters,
Yeah.
and there'd be like pirates the other side. Do you remember it? And they'd like you'd shoot like a tennis ball, and you'd be one side of a river, and
You lost me.
it was so good. Mini Clip's elite, man.
Oh yeah.
That is,
I think it's still going as well.
yeah. You know they do the iPhone pool game, 8-ball pool. That's
Oh,
Mini
yeah.
Clip, yeah.
You always get ads for that.
Diversification at its
Yeah.
finest, right there.
Mm.
Oh man, I'm getting home playing some Mini Clip, man. Forget playing COD. I want to play some Raft
I'm
Wars.
going
baby.
to sleep. I'm not going to lie. I had, well, we did. To be fair, we all did. Bit of a long weekend.
Yeah, we said about the Coven gig, but then you guys went to Hybrid Minds
Hybrid
next
Minds.
day. I went to a house party,
Mm.
legend, and then
Legend.
and I think the day before Coven as well on the Thursday, I was out till like 3
Yeah.
on a work night as well. Crazy.
I know.
Yeah, I do think in the last year or so, like a few more of my mates have moved to London, as I've said, and in that last year, I'd love to see a graph of my just going out increase, because it's definitely hit like one of the peaks that it has. And I didn't go to uni either. Like Charlotte, you went to. Did you go? Oh, you went to uni.
We just
Yeah,
spoke
but
about
Dan,
it.
Yeah.
Dan didn't really have the proper uni experience, I don't think.
I thought you were going to say I didn't do a proper degree or something. It's like, Dan didn't
Well,
really do
that
a proper
either.
degree.
That either.
Yeah,
well.
I feel like I missed out on that. Like London is
Sorry,
my,
yeah, you said you didn't go to uni.
Mhm.
yeah, and like because I didn't. I guess my time in London, these are my uni years. Although I'm in fourth year now, I guess. So I'm somewhat doing my degree.
I never had that party stage at party. I never had that party stage at uni. I went to one freshers party and that was it.
Was it good?
Whereas you went out all the time.
Yeah, yeah.
You're still going out all the time.
Not as much, but I feel like I definitely had the uni experience.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh my god,
oh.
that's a phone call we're getting. Who is it?
It's Luke. Luke Hood, UKF.
Oh wow.
Should we bring him on the podcast?
He actually would be coming straight out of headphones.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That would
very
be
strange.
funny.
We could do that. You know, do you remember like on, I think it was like Dick and Dom or Basil Brush, which is a kid show like from UK TV when we were younger, and it'd just be a random person at the door, and they'd be like, "Oh, who is it?" And it's, I don't know, someone else from another show or whatever.
Yeah.
We could just do that. We could have a random caller, and we
I
just
like
call
that
us
idea.
randomly throughout the show.
Because it would play through.
Yeah,
We
Do you
could
know,
totally do
I've
that.
already changed what I think this podcast is. You know, like I love that I'm leaning down and trying to fix the audio, and like you're moving your phone about. And you're
Oh,
getting
it's
a call.
raw, and I'm like fucking doing
It's just-
this all the time.
Like, dancing. It's like Morris
I can't-
dancing.
It's such a small room, and the desk is so close.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, like from this angle, I don't know if it's the camera, but I promise that like I'm not wham. I'm not. I'm weak. I'm a weak.
I don't think
boy.
anyone will understand that
yeah,
phrase.
I've got to say. I
Wow.
don't think
There's
I
the
will.
slang.
There's probably 3 people from the UK watching right
Well,
now.
it's alright if you know. You know. It's one of them ones. Yeah, one of the big conversations that we've been having recently is about sort of re-getting the socials going, because so that's my job. Is my job, somewhat, and talking on a podcast. But I want to, and Charlotte, I know you want to as well, like sort of refocusing on what we're putting out there, content that the audience want to see. And we were speaking about it earlier of like that model of basically being the hub for whether it's gaming or obviously music and the correct genre.
It's the community. I think we want to just build we have a community, but it's just sort of putting out the right content for that community. And I think Arcade was that like first step into it, like the YouTube channel and stuff like that. But yeah, I think it's one of those things, like, to be honest, before, you were here, and to be fair, Charlotte as well, like, all we used to post, I mean, to be fair, we never used to post anything. And if we did post, it would be like the artwork and that'd be it.
Yeah.
Whereas now we've got how many posts a day
Like between 2 and 3.
on across arcade and
2 and 3
main?
on the main, and then 1 or 2 on arcade.
Yeah, and that's
Right.
a day. I reckon.
Mhm.
I mean, we never used to do any sort of
I mean,
like.
for months when I first started it, it was you put out each release and then there'd be a post for it. That was it.
Yeah, and we wouldn't even read the comments. It's
No,
not.
no,
it's,
God, no.
it's not like we didn't like reading the comments. It's just we didn't have time.
I just don't think we ever thought. I mean, we had a following on there. We just didn't ever use it.
It's crazy that like in the last 5 or 10 years, that is a value. Like
Yeah.
that is a thing that's a valuable asset.
Mm-hmm.
I always think this. I say it to when I'm like explaining my role to my nan and granddad, especially my last job, which was more like the video editing stuff, and they're just like, they're like, how is it a thing? What are you doing? It's like there could be, I mean, praying to the YouTube gods to not hit the off button, because that'll be an L for all of us. That'd be really bad.
Yeah.
It's just crazy that sitting in front of a computer and scheduling something about a circle is a job.
I still find it amazing that the fans watch the circle. Like they'll
Yeah.
literally watch it.
Yeah, we were having this
I don't
conversation
what?
with someone the other day, weren't we? And we were talking about NCS and how many subscribers it had got and stuff like that. And they were like, "Oh, do you put out like high quality music videos?"
Like,
We were like, "No,
no, it's just this thing that just does this.
But it's like cultural. That's what it is. It's like I was
Yeah.
saying
Mm.
earlier. Like I remember seeing the circle when I was younger, without probably necessarily knowing what it was, just knowing that it is something that comes up on YouTube.
Mm.
It becomes like a cultural stamp. Seems like Luke just rang with like the UKF, like remember the flaming speaker back in the day,
Mm-hmm.
those kind of things.
Oh, that was great. That
I remember
blue
that.
flaming
Yeah,
speaker.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's like those things that just they sit like they're just there. You don't necessarily know
Yeah.
who they are, and then as soon as you do, you're like, oh my god, look at all this.
Yeah.
these insane tracks that are here.
It is funny, you know. I think like reading the comments of the main YouTube channel, like when we put an upload up, which we never get the genre right, the color. We know, we know, but we just need help. Okay, we need help. Just we need to figure out how people can guide us for what the correct color is.
Is it that you're actually getting the color wrong on the upload, that the genre doesn't match, or is it that it shouldn't? They're saying it shouldn't be that color. Do you know what I mean?
That's the same thing.
No,
but
I mean like, is it that the song's trap and you're putting a red circle, which I know is wrong, or is it that
I don't
they're
think
like,
it's,
or is it that oh no, this isn't quite that genre?
it's.
I think it's more that. I don't
think it's
we
more of an
have that.
opinion.
Yeah, and I also think we use the white circle all
For
That's
the
a
red.
time.
that's a
Thing.
safety net, man.
It's like
all the time.
we've got like hard style, and then we put which is white, and then we put a chill out song that's white.
yeah.
That makes no sense.
Although it's really difficult because there is not the color spectrum is only so limited.
Mm.
Like you couldn't do like shades.
Although, didn't you want to do another new color?
Yeah.
Or two new colors.
I'd love the idea of like bringing out a new visualizer color. Obviously, we did the
The multicolor one.
for Heartless.
Yeah, heartless.
Is that
The
Heartless?
mega one of the mega
Yes.
packs.
Yeah.
And everyone loved that. But I think the idea of now bringing a whole new color out, for instance, either like a dark green or did we say a peach?
I said peach. Yeah,
Yeah, like anything that we haven't already done. I think that could be huge.
we can do a poll in the comment section of peach or dark green for next circle color.
Mm.
I think that there's already a green.
Well, but we don't have that dark green.
But isn't
I
the
think
peach kind of the pink anyway?
I guess yeah, that's
it's
true.
it's
True,
the
true.
yeah.
It wasn't peach. It was.
It was.
It
No, wasn't it more a
was.
beige?
No,
you-
it's like a neon peach. Although we haven't done. Do you think there's
Beige.
a way of making it gold?
Ooh.
Like, is there any way of making?
Yeah,
it,
we've
like,
been saving that
platinum?
one. That's like the ultimate song.
100 billion.
Mm.
100 million, sorry. 100 million subs. That's
Yeah.
100 million is the big one, right? Like the Pewds and T-Series.
Has Pewds reached it?
Yeah.
Yes.
He reached
Mhm.
it when it was going on, when it was the T-Series versus PewDiePie.
Right.
But they T-Series rocketed to it. Like they're
They're
already
also
big, but
massive. Have you seen how many uploads they do a day?
Oh yeah, it's insane.
insane.
yeah,
But it's not like
crazy.
they put that many uploads out and they get 10,000 views. They get hundreds of
Mm-mm.
millions of views.
Oh, that CPM was godly, man. That would
Can't
be
even imagine.
godly. Oh my gosh. Shall I put that on mute? Yeah, so I'm not doing it.
I think it adds a bit of like flavour. Do you know what I mean? Like if it's just our voices all the time.
Is it? Because it's coming through on my laptop.
Well, no, it's coming through on Sam's. It must be Must be messages about work.
But
You
it's
obviously don't
saying
need to
it
do any
there.
work.
Yeah, because
So it means you both had
we
the
just
message.
both got the email.
It's probably Pete. Pete's probably
I'm not getting it.
chatting on email.
I don't
Yeah.
think.
But on your birthday,
Yeah.
we've got a track coming out, which is not out yet because that's on his birthday, which is in a few weeks' time.
At one point, we'll give us a few episodes and we'll get used to where we are recording
We'll
this.
have announced that track by then.
Will we?
Yeah, because we'll announce it on
We've announced
Friday.
the track for this track now, so you know what track it is, but I'm not going to say it just in case.
No, we definitely will have done.
All right, so
Okay.
I'm just going to play a little bit because I do quite like this, but it's mad, like mad, and anyway, just let me know what you think. Hang on, fast forwarding. Halloweeny.
It's scary in a good way.
But we know who it is, right? I definitely can say who it is.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah, it's Tokyo Machine Slash, which it's definitely. See, the volume's not too good on
Yeah,
this.
I think you just have to cut it. Just have to be like volume off.
Yeah, volume off, and then I'm gonna predict the drop now. No, I didn't.
Nah, close. There we go.
But yeah.
That's a hard tune, man.
Anyway,
Do you know,
yeah.
I mean, that track is sick. I actually think this is quite a unique thing. I don't know if people play like
Music
tunes.
on their podcast.
Yeah. I don't hear it.
We're gonna start after paying royalties, aren't we?
If,
Oh no.
get climbing your 15 seconds. Come on. Oh man, yeah, that tune's sick, and I mean, obviously perfect for the time of the year.
Oh yeah. I mean, our plan is for everyone to just make lots of TikToks with that track and really
this
love
is
it.
the last NCS 10 release, right?
Is it?
Is it?
Is it out on the 31st?
It is.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh, I should have introduced it with that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy, man. Did we do 10 weeks? Was it 10 weeks? Bang on.
No.
No.
Shouldn't
just
have
have to
mentioned
just-
that. You shouldn't have mentioned
that's
No
fair.
one would have thought about that.
No, it's fine. Well, that was the idea, right? But we just ran it for whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't think anyone would overthink it.
No, you
And now
no.
think, 10 weeks of...
Yeah, they're going to
NCS 10
absolutely roast
releases.
us in the comments
they
now.
won't.
Like,
No, they won't.
you didn't do 10 weeks.
They
for
were
10.
not at all. Now they will. Now you've made it a thing.
Mm.
That's the point of it, man. When it's a thing, then it's a thing. But no, I do love that track, and it's out on my birthday, which is great.
Mm.
That's all I care about.
I'm surprised you're not wearing like some sort of NCS Halloween outfit.
I mean, you haven't given me any merch yet. 6 months in.
I haven't.
You
I think
could-
Charles in charge of merch. I'm not.
Well, you could just order it yourself.
Apparently, I'm in charge of merch now. Actually, I'm always emailing them. Apparently, that's my job. Yeah, no, I haven't got. I have. Well, we spoke about my Halloween outfit. I got that sorted. Do you know what? I might. Shall I just add some NCS flair to like it? Like I'll print out a visualizer circle and whack it on.
Ooh.
You could just
I
go
would
as the
love
NCS
to
circle.
see how you could dress as NCS for Halloween.
You would go as the circle.
Yeah, but I don't know how you could be the visualizer.
Yeah, you'd get. It's like I saw this one that was like a pizza, and it's basically just
Printed on.
a big foam sort of triangle printed on. So you'd get a big circle, like a Mr. Man, and you just have.
Wouldn't have the particles, would it?
Well, it
Mm.
wouldn't move, no.
No, but I mean all the little dots.
I think it would. I think you'd literally
Or
get
you
like.
could do like a hula hoop with some sort of LED lights wrapped around
Not a bad shout, actually.
netting with some...
I wonder if
Yeah.
anyone's ever gone as the NCS visualizer.
Yeah, come on, guys.
I wonder if anyone really cares about what we're talking about right now.
Tell you what, this is getting clipped up for a TikTok.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh gosh, are you a fan of Halloween?
Not really. No,
No.
I don't really. It's not. I don't like it. I just don't really do much on it.
Are you so
I think I'm
scared
a bit of a boring character when it comes to these sort of events. I'm not like. I don't need to go out and get sloshed.
Have you ever dressed up for Halloween?
Maybe when I was young.
You've definitely dressed up before.
Yeah. I
Yeah. I remember, what did I go as? Last year I went as, and we were in lockdown then, so we were stuck inside. It was just me and my housemates, and I went as Ash from Pokemon.
That works.
Yeah.
I see that.
Honestly,
You look like Ash from Pokemon right now.
that's a compliment. That's energy I'm channeling. Do you watch Pokemon, Charlotte? You ever watch Pokemon?
I haven't. No.
Okay, so he's the main. You know Pikachu's mate. No.
I know Pikachu.
Yeah, you know the like the human that he's with.
No.
Okay, fine. Well, yeah, I'll hear my voice break then. Okay. Yeah, I went as him, and it was I did. My friend had bought a cap, and she was like, okay, people keep telling me it's like a Pokemon cap, and it turns out that it actually was, and she didn't realise. It was. I just looked in the label and was like, it is a Pokemon cap.
Oh wow.
So I wore that, and then I had this other jacket from my other mate that was like blue and black, sort of in his style. Just put on whatever trousers, and then I got a tennis ball, covered it in masking tape, and just like coloured it so it was a Pokeball. And it was
That's quite cool, actually.
as far as like makeshift outfits go, that's pretty good, I
I
think.
just think I've never been into like dressing up. Like I quite often, you guys have told me off for it, but I quite often wear the same thing every day.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I just need. It's just too much thought in my head to think what I'm gonna wear.
I think you definitely have your bag, but I think we all do. Like I know the aesthetic of how we all dress. Like you love like the cargos, although I've got cargos on now. You love like the sort of
Boots.
yeah, it's quite efficient wear, I would say, which is meant to be a compliment.
It's almost like I could be dressed to go for dinner, or not.
Or not. When you've got a meal at 10 and working out at 11.
Yeah.
I love that meme, man.
Yeah.
Oh god. Have you seen the Drake memes at the moment? I was thinking
I haven't.
Oh dude, they're so jokes. It's like Drake the type of guy too. And then it's like, do you remember like you know when cartoons like they fall off the edge of a cliff and then they freeze in the air and they don't fall until they look down? And it goes, Drake the kind of guy to run off the edge of a cliff and only fall when he looks down. And it's I don't know why, but it's so true. It's like Drake leaves the room like this. Cheerio, guys.
Yeah.
So true. I mean, I'm a fan of Drake, but it's
He's put out an album, hasn't he?
Yeah,
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
yeah.
Well, I was looking at the charts and like, what?
Well,
I'm trying to-
Adele's album's currently. Well, all of her old tracks are back in the charts,
Are
aren't
they?
Yeah.
Well, I went on I think I was looking at Apple Music, and I went onto like cities around the world, and it was, I kid you not, every single city around the world was just Adele. But then loads of things in the US was Young Thug.
Yeah,
Which
Young Thug just
I'm
dropped
not
a
sure
new
if-
album.
Yeah. But it was interesting, like the UK and the US were quite different. It was a lot
Really?
more rappy in the US from what I saw.
I think that is because Young Thug dropped an album and Drake's. I mean, every time an artist like Drake drops an album, their whole album just charts top 10. It's stupid. But yeah, he because there was the thing with him and Kanye were beefing, right? And they dropped like basically within a week of each other. And I'm a massive fan of Kanye. I went to that like orchestral thing. Do you remember the other week? It was like a orchestral rendition of like an old Kanye album in XOYO. I don't know if I told you this. It was like
Sam goes to stuff all the time.
I remember him going.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you.
I just wasn't listening.
Pay attention. Yeah, it was sick. It was in XOYO, which is a club in Shoreditch, and it was like 2 rappers, 1 singer, a few violinists, like cello, drummer, keys, and they do the whole album through orchestral. But obviously the tracks are like pretty big, like hip hoppy, like bangers anyway. So people are like jumping around, like singing along with this orchestral rendition.
Wow.
It's so cool.
That'd be quite
they do
memey.
loads of-
I think I'd have filmed
Nah,
that. It'd be quite a lot of memey.
It's
No?
sick, man.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they do. I think it probably works more in terms of like hip hop music,
Mm.
but they absolutely smash it, man. I would love to see like an orchestral rendition night of NCS songs. I think that would work in some sense.
Yeah, actually, I think we're very melodic. We've got loads of like great melodies.
Royalty,
Oh, royalty. Yeah.
perfect.
That'd be sick.
Just
yeah.
maestro chives, just killing it.
I'm down with that.
That would be the perfect track for that.
That would be wicked.
We always do that thing. Charlotte always asks these questions of like what situation and what would be the best NCS track to listen to in that situation. For example, if you're about to run the Olympic 100 meters, what would be the best NCS track to listen to? You need a hype up tune there.
But what would Charles just given us a sign holding up saying we've done 45
Yeah.
minutes?
You can
Just-
say that.
Well, I didn't know if you wanted it on.
She went to the effort of typing it out for you to just.
Was that on Snapchat or something?
Yeah.
Charles uses Snapchat. I mean, I'd be interested to know if people in the comments actually use Snapchat.
Yeah.
It's
I
on-
never.
It's only because my friends use it. To clarify, I would never use Snapchat. I always text people, but they
Cap.
actually reply to me on Snapchat. So if I send someone a text, they'll go, I'm moving this to Snapchat.
That's weird. Yeah, that's strange. No, I used to use it actively because I remember I was like, as I'm sure a lot of people were, super religious about my streaks and keeping them going. Don't know if you were
never
ever.
be bothered with that.
Dude, me and my friend did like over a year, easy. It was like into a year and a bit.
Isn't that so stressful?
Well, it was just part of my routine. Isn't there a thing that if you do something for 3 months straight, it just becomes second nature, right? So I'd wake up in the morning and I'd just go streak, and then that'd be it.
Yeah, that sounds
Why?
fun.
Yeah.
That's really fun.
Because then you get like the gold heart that tells you that you're best friends and your flame streaks on 365 days. It's good, trust me.
Are you going to give us one of those questions where it's like, what would be the best NCS track for something?
I said 100-meter sprint.
Oh, 100-meter sprint.
Yeah. You need like a high put track. I mean, I would do Jonathan for that rise. And that's probably because I'm obsessed with it.
That's slow.
You'd be done. That's a long track.
Yeah. Do your cross country for that one. I don't know. That's a tough one. You need like a big energy track.
100-meter sprint. I'd probably do something drum and bass. I'd maybe do Outlaw by It's Different and Miss Mary. And you know what? I'm going to play it.
That's a catalog dive.
That's going to be our segment where we talk about NCS tracks that we would put on.
See, this is how conversation works. You generate the ideas whilst you're speaking.
Yeah.
It's great.
I'm going to play it, right? So this is 100-meter sprint.
So this is you on the start.
Running. Oh. So I'm going. And now I'm like really sprinting. And it's like double time.
Okay.
So I'm running in beat.
Although, I think that if you're in a 100-meter sprint and you specifically stuck to the beat of the track you're listening to, by the time they're finished running, you'll just be going, I can't go yet. And then
you'll be really good though.
Yeah. You could make a really cool like loop out of it because you'd be constantly running at the same pace.
Yeah.
That's jokes, man.
What's your tracks?
For 100-meter sprint, I mean, my catalogue is limited to recent releases in most cases, but it would have to be something super heavy, I think. What's the is it like apologies if I get his name wrong, like Ramesses B?
Ramesses B.
Yeah, his newest release. I can't remember what the newest release was.
I think that's
song about. Oh no, that's Rosie Hell.
I think that's a chill song. You're thinking about Khan something.
I don't know. I'm just not great with the names, to be honest. But it would have
Hardwired.
To be yeah, that's it.
I'm gonna play that.
Yeah, this is a heavy one. This is me on the sprint line. See,
yeah,
dude.
Yeah,
if our tracks were racing, I think I'm going quicker than you.
Actually, no.
Was the BPM faster? Yeah,
you know?
I've also realised, right, which is something that about 50 minutes into discussion is probably something we should have thought of. When we are speaking about something like that, like running, we can't say you'd be like and then act out running because the people that are just listening to this.
Oh yeah.
Do you know what I mean? For example, for anyone that missed it, then we were just running.
Yeah, but
running in the spot.
I just think podcasts are better in video. So if you are listening in audio,
100%, yeah.
And
you get to see our faces then as well, lit up in this beautiful light. I'm rocking some spots as well today, so I'm hoping the camera ain't
this
picking it up.
camera's far enough out.
Good. That is good. That's a benefit. I don't know if you guys can see it, but what do you think of our poster behind us? There is a little bit of like reflection.
We had some
at the
arguments
top.
over this poster.
Yeah, we did.
Because
we wanted.
Shah wanted a particular poster. I didn't want a poster, and then I wanted a different poster.
Dan wanted to Photoshop a logo into the
All right, just hear me out. Imagine there wasn't a poster here, and there was the NCS Full Circle logo photoshopped on. It would look good.
It didn't look good though, did it? By the video that you made, it didn't look good.
I think that's just your opinion, which is wrong.
Granted, I don't think that poster is the best thing in the world, but we were strapped for time.
Yeah, that's true. I think it'll happen like most podcasts do and most sets do.
I think we'll just update
They'll slowly
it. Yeah.
update, and you got the journey then, because then
Should we add like an Easter egg each time?
Oh, that would be good.
Yeah.
In 5 years' time, people can do when memes are being recycled. People can do the then versus now when we're sat in our £5 million studio setup versus this right here. There you go. Oh, you like that one, guys?
We were in like sync.
Yeah, that was very in sync. Oh man.
All right. Yeah. So, have we got any value to give?
I think that's
Because we've just talked shit for 45 minutes.
but that's how it should be, man.
yeah.
We've touched on music, which is an important
Mhm.
thing. I think the main thing that I want to get from audience side is what you guys want to see, what you guys want to hear us talk about. I think there's definitely going to be cases where we're going to have to get people on remotely. So let us know how you want that to look. Whether you want us to do a Dan Photoshop and stick the face up
Let's
here.
not do that.
I actually think that would work here, but the issue is we'd be looking there.
No, I would
Or
put it on
actually-
the side of the screen, personally.
Yeah. Well. Anyway, let us know. First of all, how you think that setup can work. Who you want us to get on. Which artist you want to see, as well as other guests. Let's think creators.
Mm-hmm.
We're probably limited with who we can get on, but we'll do our best to reach out to whoever we can.
I was thinking of PewDiePie.
I reckon so.
As
We'll
a
get him
first
and T-Series on
guest.
at the
Yeah.
same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just fly him over. That'll be sound. I'd like to as well get some, for my sake anyway, because my knowledge of industry type things and the sort of way that things actually function is probably more limited. Like I'm
Mhm.
better at just chatting shit and doing the fun stuff, which is a lucky place to be. But I'd like to get people on that know more industry insight. Like I'm sure the audience would like to
Oh,
get some
yeah.
kind of education. Like Luke who just rang up then.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
Those kind of people, I think that would be cool.
Well, yeah, I think it's understanding as well, and I guess it will happen over time. But who our listeners are,
Yeah.
you know, who are they, and you know, who are you? And
Let's really hope they like long form content.
yeah, long form content, and but like it's whether or not we're talking about, you know, particular topics. You know, I think we're just going to have to go through this journey and sort of evolve each episode.
Yeah, and I think you learn the way. I mean, you probably just from this first one that we're doing now, like you learn that you have to have these points wrote down here and little things you can refer back to so that you're not getting caught in conversation. But I do think, on the other hand, that pauses don't feel awkward when you're speaking like this.
Mm-hmm.
Like I won't do it now, but we could do like a 5 seconds where we don't really know what we're going to say and we jump onto a next topic. It is sort of like just freestyle rapping, man. That's exactly what it is, which I'm not going to do now. And you're going to try and pause, aren't you? I knew that was coming. I was looking at you then. I was like, I know what's going to happen. And I naturally fill space as well.
Yeah, I've noticed that you do like to just keep
God.
filling the void, whereas I think I really like an awkward pause.
I'm so bad with it. Any kind of silence in conversation that lasts longer than 3 seconds, it doesn't like stress me, but I'm just like, I need to keep speaking. The lads are always like that. Sorry, go on.
What about silence in a song?
What do you mean?
Have you ever heard those songs where like it's hard to explain, but it's almost like between each beat it goes completely silent.
Oh.
Or like it'll get to the drop and then it'll go dead silent. Like there's a difference between like there's reverb and stuff there and it's quiet, but then completely silent and then it's audio back on.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like the that noise, the
Yeah.
and then it comes in. Yeah, I do love those effects. Those are sick.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm going to always try my best to fill up time here. Charlotte's knocking a hand because she thinks we're running over.
Yeah, I think.
Well, I'll wrap
think,
it up. I was
yeah,
gonna
the
wrap it
first
up.
one, I think.
All right.
Don't go
They
too
might be
long.
liking this, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but I
they
think-
can watch the next episode.
Oh, nice.
All right. Well,
Keep them waiting. Well, yeah, please do let us know what you think in the comments below. Let us know if this over the place structure works for you guys, and if
Yeah,
us
there was
just
no
chatting-
structure here.
Yeah.
we were just. This was just a first, you know, little bit of fun.
We'll get better.
And yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much for listening / watching, and we'll see you in episode 2.
Where we'll be full circle. Or
lovely.
whatever it is.
See you later.
Ciao.